Nagbabalik po muli ang inyong lingkod at nagbabalita ng mga balitang dapat nating malaman dito sa ating bansa. Ito ang Balitang Pambansa. Atin ngang matutunghayan sa channel na ito kung ano ang nangyayari sa loob ng ating gobyerno at syempre tumutulong na rin sa ating mga mamamayan na malaman ang katotohanan dahil mayroon tayong karapatan na malaman ang tunay na nangyayari sa ating bansa. Ngunit bago natin panoorin ang balita, huwag niyo pong kakalimutan na mag-subscribe sa ating channel at pindutin ang notification bell para lagi kang maging updated sa ating mga bagong videos na ina-upload araw-araw. At sa ating mga solid viewers naman dyan ay maraming salamat naman po sa walang sawang pagsuporta. At syempre, huwag din pong kakalimutan mag-iwan ng like at i-share ang ating mga videos. At kung mayroon ka naman pang opinion, ang ating comment section ay bukas para sa inyong mga hinaing. Ito na nga mga kaibigan, ating panoorin ang buong video. Salamat po muli and God bless!
Thank you very much for joining us tonight in this very special episode of Basta Dabawenyo. Before tayo magpatuloy, Mr. President, Sir Mayor, nangumusta lang po kami sa inyo. We'd like to bid you Happy New Year. And I think this is also the question of our fellow Filipinos, sir. Kamusta po kayo ngayon po?
Mabuti po ang okay ako. Ang importante ang Davao City. Sali mo na ang Pilipinas. Sana naman okay tayong lahat. I pray to God that everything is fine with the country.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President, there are certain things that we wish to discuss tonight. No? Isa sa mga pinag-usapan dito sa not only in Davao City but in the entire country is itong ang national budget natin for this year. And joining us tonight, sir, is our congressman from 3rd District in Davao City, and he is also the former chair of the Committee on Appropriations ng Congress to discuss some things on the budget, particularly doon sa bicameral report na pinirmahan ng Congress and Senate. So I'd like to give the floor to Congressman C.B.
Let me start with the procedure. When the President submits the budget to Congress, so it's usually submitted by the DBM to the House of Representatives because the budget emanates from the House of Representatives. Then pagdating sa House of Representatives, matanggap yung National Expenditure Program and the other documents, yung BESF, saka other related documents sa budget. Then dadaan yun sa first reading, second reading, third reading. So after it's approved on third reading, pupunta sa Senado. Pagdating naman sa Senado, the same procedure, first reading, second reading, and third reading. So usually, magkaiba yung naipasa ng lower house at saka upper house, yung ating lower house of Congress at saka Senate. Then whatever is the difference, i-harmonize yan sa pamamagitan ng isang tinatawag natin na Bicameral Conference Committee. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee naman, pagkatapos nila, gagawa yun sila ng Bicameral Conference Committee report. Yung Bicam report na yun, assuming okay na, pipirmahan nila yon at i-ratify ng both houses, ng Senate at saka House of Representatives. After the ratification, so lalabas na yung enrolled bill, pupunta na yun babalik sa Presidente. The President will sign the budget for it to become effective for the budget to operate the following year. Didiretso na lang ako. Medyo mahaba kasi yung pag-usapan natin. Sa nakita ko kasi, may nakita akong maraming kulang sa BICAM report. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, pinirmahan kahit may mga nakikita tayong blanco. So far, ito yung nakikita ko na pages na kulang. Page SP 11, page page SP12, page SP13, page SP15, page SP17, page SP20, page SP21, page SP22, page SP36, page SP37, page SP162, page SP168, page SP183. Mostly from the Department of Agriculture and on program appropriations. So let's go directly to the page SP11 to SP12. Pwede naman siguro i-flash ito sa ating screen, no? Nahalata ko sa kasi Mayor, daming Mr. President, na maraming, at saka Harvey, maraming blanco. And these are not, I would say, ordinary figures because these figures will reach to billions of pesos. So, tingnan natin sa page SP11 to SP12. Line 49. After the acronym NIA, delete the amount in figures 74 billion 570 million 743,000 and replace with blank. Kita naman sa screen. Line number 52. After the acronym PCA, delete the amount in figures 889 million 065,000 and replace with blank. After the word total, delete the amount in figures 104 billion 820 million 715,000 and replace with blank. At saka sa number 7, you will see the amount. Dito sa Bicameral Conference Committee report ito. NIA is blank, PCA is blank, total is blank. So maraming pages ito na ganito. Kung isa-isahin natin, I think 13 pages pa yung nakita ko na blanco at saka
mga kawatan ho talaga tong mga nasa House of Representatives ngayong mga panahon na to. Pati dyan sa Baykam, mga walang hiya kayo. Nakananto ko, pinagloloko nyo sa bayan ng Pilipino. Para saan yung blanco? Pagka kayo na lang nakaharap dyan sa papel na yan, kayo na maglalagay ng figure, mga walang hiya.
pati na yun sa program appropriations.
Kawawa.
At saka may nakita din akong observation. Sa page SP11 of the Baykam report, it says that the Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization Program of 146 billion 335 million 937,000. Klaro yun sa Baykam report. However, pagdating sa GAA, General Appropriations Act, ang lumabas na figure is only 126 billion 728 million 221,000. Ang ibig sabihin, merong discrepancy. So, paano nagka-discrepancy? So, with all these findings, makikita natin na defective yung Baykam report. At bakit pinirmahan ng members? So, the House...
Senator Bato de la Rosa, hindi nakapirma. Pia Cayetano, hindi nakapirma. Senator Christopher Bongo, hindi nakapirma.
and the Senate ratified defective Baykam report. In other words, apektado yung ating GAA because Baykam report was defective. What was ratified by both houses are defective. Ang dami ko lang na blanco that can be shown in the Baykam report at pirmado. So, yun ang aking nakikita na findings.
Thank you, Congressman Sid. Just before we get the input, the insights of President Duterte, just to refresh the timeline, this bicameral report was signed and ratified last December 11.
Yes, December 11, ang final meeting nila ng Bicameral Conference Committee report at pinirmahan ng members. And on the same day, December 11, the 222 pages Bicameral Conference Committee report was ratified by the Senate and the House. So both houses ratified it, and the enrolled bill was signed by the President December 30, 2024.
Correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially for those Filipinos na, to put this na maintindihan nila, simply sir, kumbaga, there's this document, this BICAM report, na pinirmahan na may mga blanco pa na items.
Yes, makikita ito, nandito sa ito yung copy ng total copy ng bicameral conference committee report. Nandito yung 222 pages, may mga vacant pages. I really don't know kung paano lumabas na may figure na pagdating sa GAA.
Okay, thank you po. Mr. President, sir, what's your comment on this particular issue? It's concerned.
Well, it falls short sa exacting standard ng ating batas na lalo na money appropriations must appear the true and correct value kung anong gusto mong what would be the application for the money for, public money. Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation.
Naku.
Kung nasa batas na yan, lumabas na yan ng blanco-blanco, either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagka putol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law. It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid. Hindi na pwede mag-blanco-blanco dyan sa pera ng tao. Ano ka man? It's people's money. Maglagay ka ng mga mga provisions, but without the true and correct items or money that will be appropriated by Congress, by the people owning the money. So everything must be explained clear, patent, without doubt na itong pera na ito para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito blanco to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget is already I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan.
Naku.
It's invalid. Please correct it. Or recall the budget and demand an explanation kung bakit dumating sa inyo yan na ganun kablangko. We are not, para ka na, binigyan ka ng blanco check dyan, o sige, bahala ka na kung ano ilagay ninyo.
Correct.
In the same manner, yung mga blanco-blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not by all commandments of the law. That cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. And kung sino man ang ano niyan, they have to give us the explanation. Otherwise, sabihin ko sa mga Pilipino, huwag na kayo magbayad ng buwis ninyo.
Correct.
Ganun lang naman, pinagsasayang ito mga kumang na to, puro balat check-in na blanco, then they try to pass it as a law, and they are free to choose now the amount which they want to place. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang reserva nila, kung anong gusto na ilagay, sobra doon sa pera natin. It could be that the money is in the hands of the government now, or future appropriations, or reserva ba ito. If it is does not clear anything, then that is invalid and not correct.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to get also your thoughts on this, Attorney Vic, this particular matter. Now the former president has said that this is outright invalid and unenforceable. So, what do you think on that?
Bago ho magsalita itong si Atty. Vic Rodriguez, para sa sambayan ng Pilipino, okay pa ho ba kayo dito? Wala, approve ba sa inyo yan? Na ganun-ganun na lang ho kung babuyin ang ating budget ng mga walang yang tao dyan sa House of Representatives. Okay lang ho sa inyo yan. O kung okay lang ho yan, wag ho kayong magreklamo kung kaliwat kanan ng korupsyon, kaliwat kanan ng kriminalidad, napakataas ng mga presyo ng pangunahing bilihin. Kasi ayaw nyo hong magsalita eh. Kaya namimihasa itong mga walang yang politiko na to. Ngayon, pagkalabas nitong mga isiniwalat na to ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at hindi pa rin nagsalita ang sambayan ng Pilipino, naku, meron ho tayong malaking problema.
Oh, I fully agree with the President. Nagsalita na si Pangulong Duterte na illegal yung 2025 budget. At tama yung sinabi ni Congressman Sid na ito ay napirmahan originally December 11 and the President was supposed to sign it December 20. Pero natulak ito ng December 30 at sinasabi nga nila na pag-aaralan daw dahil sinasabi ng Malacanang na ang Administrasyong Marcos ay been very prudent in programming and budgeting. But with this revelation now of Congressman Sid na pumirma ang Bicameral Conference Committee ng blankong final committee report, ito'y magpapasinungaling doon sa sinasabi na nagsagawa ng isang complete staff work at nagsagawa ng due diligence ang tanggapan ng Pangulo. Ang i-challenge ko lang siguro, Kong Si, baka naman kasi sabihin ng mga miyembro ng BICAM Committee, yung blankong yan, meron kaming agreement dyan na i-fill upan na lang ng kanilang technical working group or secretariat. Pwede po ba yun?
Hindi yan pwede because and I think it's in the BICAM report also that we made an omnibus motion to allow the technical staff to make correction in cases of typographical, grammatical, or nasa omnibus motion, printing errors. So they're allowed to make necessary adjustments. So those are material and substantial items, yung blank items, may figures na malalaki, hindi pwede yun. That can never be classified as typographical or grammatical or printing error.
Alam mo, yung nakikinig, baka hindi na lang yan, yung typographical, grammar or anything that has nothing to do with what the intent of the law or Congress wants. Now, you put anything there that is not the reflection of what Congress has passed or what is really the correct amount doon sa mga budget, i-jumble-jumble ninyo, that is falsification of law. Perjury yan or whatever, perjury, forgery, and it can only amount to one thing. Alam mo ano? Criminal action. You can all go to jail for that. At kung ano, ako ang binigyan ng trabaho to follow up these things, and ganito ang lumabas, my God, you will all go to jail. Mabigat yan. Public document na yan. So, if it's different from what was really intended by Congress, or was not really to an accurate copy as passed by Congress, that is falsified or forgery. In which case, mamili ka lang, forgery, falsification, or jail. Alin dyan sa tatlo, papasok sa iyo.
Mr. President, ka bilang dati hong prosecutor, magaling na abogado, dating can they argue that what they did nung Blinangco, can they put up as a defense na there is a proper delegation ng kanilang duty sa kanilang secretariat o kaya sa kanilang technical working group na binigay nila na kayo na lang ang maglagay ng figure at inaprubahan na namin in principle yung ang mga items diyan.
These are the things that cannot be delegated, especially the amounts. Hindi mo pwedeng biro-biro yan. It must be exact. Nandiyan pa lang sa Congress paglabas niyan, if the amount is 1 million, it's 1 million. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na kayo na mag-correct yan 1,200,000 or make the corresponding inaccuracies or sabihin mo yung anong pinag-usapan na dito after the law was passed. You cannot correct it by yourselves. It has go to the main body or to the person who has the authority to define and characterize the law. Kung ibigay mo yan dyan sa inyo, at most inyo is typographical error or maybe mistakes in spelling. But you cannot change the germane topic of the... That's not allowed by law. That's a very dangerous thing. Tinkering with itong batas natin. Because it could change, it could be serious, and it could put the trouble in the system dito sa ating separate of powers ng Supreme Court, Judiciary, and the President. Bawal yan. Talagang hindi pwede. Baski na and or, bantayan ninyo yan. And or, iba yan. Hindi yan pwede na you just look up to the sky and say, you just try to discern if it was really the intent of siguraduhin mo doon sa records, pagkinig ka kung anong pinagsasabi ng mga lawmakers doon, o what is the intent, or what is really these spoken words. Mahirap kang kayo dito sa baba. You are not, hindi naman ako minamaliit ko kayo. O dito kayo sa baba, aside from the lawmakers, do not pretend to know. And do not pretend to guess what is right and what is wrong, and what is true and what is false. Talagang accurate yan. Refer to the records, and if you cannot get it from kung hindi masyado klaro, then you listen to the recorded history doon sa Congress. Marami naman stenographic notes dyan eh. Hindi lang may isang tao dyan. May stenographic notes ang Senate, the individual senator, and yung report ng Congress itself.
If I may,
You cannot, do not say that you cannot go wrong. Hindi ka pwede sa'yo magkamali ka. There's so many records to refer to or get into what is really the accurate and true whatever it is that is to be placed there. in the document, whether it is a law, resolution, or official document.
Thank you, sir. Attorney
Alam na ho ni Tatay Digong yung sakit nitong nitong mga congressman na to, yung tipong hindi sila nagkakamali. Kaya inunahan na niya eh. Huwag niyo sabihin na lahat na lang ng ginagawa niyo diyan eh puro tama. Di pwedeng ganun. Dito sa isa na to, falsifikado to, meron tayong problema dito.
Advisor, anything you wish to add in the discussion?
Yes, actually earlier, when Congressman Ungab showed me these documents, I was honestly in total shock. Tama yung sinabi ni Presidente that all the figures in the enrolled bill for the General Appropriations Act for the President to sign should be accurate. But in my experience, in fact, if I may add, Mr. President, meticulously accurate, because I was once a head of a line agency, yung LTFRB. Mabusisi ang pag-prepare namin sa aming budget proposal. No? As mentioned by Congressman Sid, yung sinasabi niyang National Expenditure Program or the President's Bill as they call it, dumadaan yan sa lahat ng mga ahensya, kagaya ng ahensya that I headed, that we were required for every item that we need to spend for next year, we have to justify it, and we submitted it to the Office of the President. And once the President endorsed it to Congress, yung sinabi naman ni Congressman Ungab na dadaan sa first reading, second reading, ibig sabihin po niyan, pinapadala kami sa Kongreso to justify our budget proposal for the following year. Ibig sabihin, mabusisi yung budget proposal. Kaya talagang I was really in shock when I said, kung mabusisi pala yung proseso, pagdating sa dulo, blanco. Paano nangyari?
Hindi talaga pwede yan. Hindi talaga pwede. That's, in plain, it's bullshit. Either somebody there is stupid or more stupid than the others. Huwag mong gawain niya because it carries with it a lot of legal consequences. Isa dyan yung mapriso ka. And you cannot escape the rigors of scrutiny kasi dadaan ng maraming papel. And it goes back to the proponents, kung may kopya sila, but sabi niya, puta, hindi ko ito sinabi. This is wrong because I never advocated for this kind of action. Malikot ang papel sa gobyerno. So, do not try to, for those enterprising or whatever you want, huwag mong gawain niya kasi talagang kung sa opisina kita, barilin kita. Totoo. Para mo akong pinahiya.
Si Tatay Diggs.
At pagtawanan ako ng mga congressman. So, mabuti yung alam ninyo.
Grabe no, laki ng pasalamat ho natin dito kay Tatay Digong at dito kay Congressman Sid Ugam. Paano na lang ho kung walang, mantakin nyo, may tatlong congressman, di ba? Wala man lang ho tayong narinig. Napakatagal na hong napirmahan ng budget na yun. Wala pa ho tayong narinig dito sa mga to. Kung hindi pa ho dito kay Congressman Ungab, wala pa, hindi pa ho malalaman ng ating mga kababayan ng kababuyan na pinaggagawa nitong mga congressman at mga yakay.
Barilan ka agad para wala ng istorya. Luko-luko naman. Trial ba tayo ang gastos yan?
Yes, Congressman Sid, would you like to
Actually, this is already my 15th year in Congress, no? Thanks kay Mayor at pinatakbo niya akong congressman noon. My 15th year, and I have been chairman of the Committee on Appropriations from 2013 to 2016, and I was also chairman of the Committee on Appropriations in 2019. This is the first time that I saw a bicameral conference committee report na may mga blanco. Nasyak nga ako.
Hindi po din, para ka nag-issue ng check